Oh my fucking god, I'm so sad that I didn't post the other video. I suggested changes in that script that Blizzard have actually implemented now. So, welcome to another video, AO Gamers. I am Killer Chris, and today we're gonna talk changes to the Mythic Plus system. This is actually crazy. Holy shit, I'm looking forward to Season 2 now. So, there's Gilded Crest changes, there's drop changes, there's loot changes, there's affix changes, there's a lot of changes. So let's get to it here. And if you like and enjoy the video, guys, here, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more great World of Warcraft and gaming content. We are gonna work on some videos for Season 2 as well, including guides and stuff like that. Recently, we'll go over like what I planned in the video before, really quickly. So recently in an interview, Ian has cost us, where like, yeah, Mythic Plus kind of mid. We don't like it, you don't like it, and we don't like that parts of our $1 billion game is kind of mid. Gamers go like, we have to play meta specs, that sucks. Okay, cool. That was what was said in that interview. Then, originally, Ian has cost us and the team with Mythic Plus said, you know what, we're gonna fix that. So they implemented the following changes. That keys at level 12 would no longer deplete below level 12 once you've timed every dungeon at that level. Which was awesome, right? But 15 keys would still deplete down to level 12. So it was only like, me there. You wouldn't get like key depletes. But that is fixed now. Because they changed that, as I actually suggested in the video. Like, if you're gonna do this, why not just do it so like as you've timed like 7s, 10s, whatever, it won't deplete below that level. But they are doing it from plus 12 and above, so the really hard keys, whereas like you might deplete into like having to find people that get over that. So they fixed that. So like pushing for higher keys and like higher titles should be so much more fun now. And you can actually like take a risk at like inviting people into your key that might actually need that key. Holy shit, this is huge. Imagine like, okay, you have a key. You have timed this key already. You have timed every key on this level already. You don't want to sit like half an hour in queue to get like the perfect common stuff. You can bring your friends. You can like do stuff. Will this be a huge in boosting? Probably. But Blizzard can fix that later. Fingers crossed. Just remove the WoW token, Blizzard, please. I digress. So, massive W. We are getting no longer depleting keys and high keys, like once we timed every dungeon on that. Absolutely amazing. They also introduced a new mount, which I'll show on screen, and I'll leave to you in the comments what you think of that mount. But it is the recolor of the same mount. That is still the same. We have not heard anything new about this. Ideally, I would like to see a different model. So we have kind of like the same as we have in the PvP world. The barren wasteland that is the PvP world these days, you. Just please make PvP fun again. I miss it. So, what we have is like, you get a recolor once you hit like a certain score. So you have the 2K mount, which is like your easy, you get a reward. Yes, good job. You've done it. KSM mount. And then we had Keystone Legend mount, right? Which was originally 2850, which I thought was a bit like weird placed. Because like we have 2K, we have 2500, and then we have 2850, right? And I feel like with the change they have done to that now is that they moved it to 3000, making it like a much more wow effect. Of course, you'll still see these things all over the place. It is still not as hard like as a gladiator mount, but it is in the range of like gladiator mounts, right? There's still not going to be a whole lot of people riding around on these here, first off. So, and there is a sensible goal in between Keystone Hero and fucking title. Sorry. And title. Yes! We've been waiting for this. This is so good. So, in addition to these changes here, Blizzard are also making some changes to the loot. So Loot Hero Track will now be available from +6, and Gilded Crest will now be available from +7s. Personally, I think this is kind of for the Mythic Plus players, right? You'll get your gear a bit earlier, and yeah, that's that. Great rewards will pretty much remain the same. The increase in Gilded Crest drops will increase per level, so there's like no reason to just spam the same dungeon over and over for Gilded Crest. Just if you're progressing up, you'll actually get more and more crests, which is nice, which we have seen and stays awesome. I have said on stream many times, and like I've voiced like many times my concern about like Mythic Plus ending up being the new Shards of Domination for raiders. That since like Mythic Plus is a repeatable way to get like full hero track gear, and you can theoretically get it in a day if you grind hard enough and like get full hero track gear within a day, which I find is nuts for an MMO. Raiders are still forced to weekly log out and forced into Mythic Plus, and a lot of raiders just want to raid, right? And want to have like a sensible way to raid and stuff. I feel like it's taking a bit away from the raiders, that we get more rewards from like doing the same again. That we're kind of like, yeah, if you want to raid multiple times a day, you either have to have multiple characters, or you have to have like multiple stuff, or you have to do it while locked and not get anything for it. I feel like that is kind of maybe give us some crest, I think. Champion track gear, which personally I think is fine. So one of the changes that they have done as well, so instead of like having Guile will now no longer give the stat increase, like we had the 20% increase to both health and damage, in addition to the levels how much you get into like level 11, so you like, or level 12. So basically, if you could freak chest a level 11, you might have a shot at a level 12. And the jump was still kind of there, and leaving you in a very awkward position, which is awful. Now that won't be an issue, but you're still having the peril effect at level 12. So, or like the challenger's peril. So, death timer still getting like slashed. I do still believe we get the increase on time, in addition to like the death penalty, which I find is nice. Like death should be punishing at a really high keys, so we don't end up in like Dragonflight Season 4 keys, where you can actually time rank 1 keys with like 7 deaths, which was crazy to my eyes. So hopefully we'll see a lot more smooth progression through Mythic Plus, a lot more nicer progression through Mythic Plus, and not a whole lot of salty and meta comps. They are also doing a lot of changes in addition to mechanics. They are making it less reliant on having a shit ton of stops to like actually go through a dungeon, and making hopefully more comps more viable. But this here is great news. I am, or no, for once in a very long time, I should say, looking forward to playing Mythic Plus here in the next season. But yeah, guys, that is it for this video. If you like and enjoy the video here, don't forget to subscribe. I would point you to another video over here, but I haven't made one in a really long time, and the other ones I've done is probably outdated. Well, maybe you can watch my Gul'dan kill from Nighthold. Yeah.